this in here. Hey.
What do you need today?
That's something going on with the crank. I think one of the... I'll have you take a look at it. There's funny noise going on, and it's coming right down by the crank.
Okay.
And there's a piece missing here. I didn't realize it came off.
Yeah.
I was just paying no attention to it.
That's all right. Yeah.
It didn't make it today. It didn't make it at all today. It made it pretty bad the other day.
I got some water in there and it evaporated. If you didn't hear it today, I'd wait. And here's why. We're about 2 weeks out.
2 weeks out? What do you mean?
You won't have your bike for 2 weeks.
Oh, are you serious?
No, we're swamped.
How did you get so swamped? Staff shortage?
Without getting into it specifically, let's just say some bike shops are not hiring the better mechanics, and it's become very apparent to we're getting a lot of new clients here because of the work other shops are doing. That's all I want to say on that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Can you maybe
swamped.
get a diagnosis, perhaps? Or?
Well, if it's creaking, yeah, it's probably a bottom bracket, which we would replace.
I mean, this thing down here?
Yeah,
Okay.
bottom bracket.
All right.
Probably looking for a bike like this. Probably your bottom bracket will be about $40. Labor should be around between 60 and 70.
Okay.
The problem is it's
that's labor alone, 60 and 70?
Oh, it's a bitch.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's over 100. Wow.
Yeah, you're going to be at around $100. I think you get a discount. You did at the Sylvania shop where I'm normally at.
Okay.
So you're probably floating around $100, and then when's the last time you moved the chain?
Oh, that train's pretty new, so I don't think lubed it. Not lately, actually.
That could be it too.
Overdue.
You could be. Yeah. It's hard to isolate when you're riding with road noise and everything.
Okay.
If you.
It was like a constant clicking, like click, 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 click. It's whenever I crank. When I stop cranking, it stops.
For a guy that rides as much as you probably worn out your bottom bracket.
Oh boy.
And so you would be. We're about 2 weeks out.
Okay.
And it's first come, first served, so you'd have to leave it.
Okay.
You can ride it a little bit.
I can't really leave it right now, unfortunately.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
So what you could do is, a lot of times the sound you can't isolate. Try doing the chain first.
Okay.
And just lube it. Make sure it's all wiped down so it's not collecting dirt.
Okay.
Were you riding in the rain or just after the rain this week?
I try to stay off the roads when it's wet.
I do too.
So water.
But sometimes you'll get some,
I've been going to Grand Rapids lately, and there's a path right along the river, toll path.
I already know
it's all
that.
gravel.
You're getting that
gravel
limestone dust in
there.
Yeah. You probably contaminated the bottom bracket, probably.
Okay.
But it also dries out the pins.
But if it's sealed, though, it shouldn't. Doesn't
It
should be
gets in
getting.
there. It's microfine. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So you could, and that's why it's a beautiful trail.
Yeah.
And service is right over there. I'll help you out. That one looks like it might be a goner.
It might be.
So it just, especially if there's some dampness in there or you do find some moisture, it pretty much makes concrete. But it also does the same thing in the chain. What lube do you use?
No, I don't know off the top of my head.
That's all right. Just do the pins, completely wipe it down so it will lube the pins, but will keep the chain clean so it won't attract dirt. Okay. That would be my first diagnosis.
Speaking of that, do you have a rag? I can just kind of wipe this down real quick.
They're all shop rags.
Anything's better than nothing at all. I just want to get the dirt and shit off this.
Yeah, take it outside.
If I don't do it now, I'll forget. So.
Yeah, I'll see if we've got one.
Okay. Oh, you've got to have one somewhere laying around.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 1
And see this shit down here, it's like all of it.
Yeah, anytime you just get home, just a little rag on there. I do mine all the time. I ride Slippery Elm to get out of town in DG.
Yeah.
And it just gets up in there.
It's like everywhere. Every spot in the frame is covered in dirt.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's because you used it.
Can I see that rag real quick?
Yeah.
If you don't mind, it's going to take a couple seconds to wipe it down here.
Shut up. It's like, hey, I just use old white t-shirts.
You what?
I just use old white t-shirts.
Do you?
Yeah.
That path on the river, man. That's just, especially when it gets wet.
Yep. Yeah, that next time you get a chance, grab a hose, some Dawn dish soap.
Okay.
That'll get rid of all the grease. Half the time air dry and do it, lube your chain, you'll be good.
Okay.
I would tell you this, let's start with that chain.
Okay.
That could be it, especially if you're riding the canal path a lot. After that, you can deal with the bottom bracket until summer traffic breaks down, which is about a month.
Okay.
And then just drop it off, and we'll put it into the loop and then go from there.
So lube the chain, and hopefully it'll be okay for at least.
So you asked for a diagnosis. My first diagnosis is that we pray for is the limestone dust has gotten into the chain. Okay. And that makes a similar noise. Okay. The thing that is the clicking though, it's bottom bracket, and that will be a replacement.
I really knew they wanted to hear, you know. But,
no, you don't want to hear it, and then you would have it in, and what I would probably recommend at that point, since you use it so much, get the full tune at 140. Then we're going to run it all through cables. If it, we'll see if you need cables, all of that stuff.
Honestly, it has had a tune up in like 5 years.
It's
probably overdue.
Like with the miles that you put on, it's 4 years overdue. You should do yours every year.
Every year, yeah.
For the average guy, every 2 to 4 years.
2 to 4 years.
So regardless, you're passed. Then we're going to break it down. If you have enough at 5 years, I would tell you in the winter time when we're dead here, get the whole tune where we break it down, take everything out, replace everything or fix everything. That's 350 plus parts.
Okay. All right.
Done.
Cool. All right, sir. Thank you.
Take care. You're very welcome.
You as well.